Hello, I'm in the middle of working on the Land Rover on Project Kermit. I've got to the point where I need to do some heavy lifting and I thought I'd use this thing to do it with. I also need to do some digging at some point, so it needs to be up and running anyway. Obviously I haven't used this for a while, you can tell by the length of the grass. When it was parked here the grass was about this long, and now it's, I think as well it's got a leaking pipe. It's got a leaking pipe, and obviously it needs to be attached to the tractor before it's going to do anything useful as well. Also, I'm going to be working rather close to a beehive, and the bees are very active at the minute. And there's the hive, that's about as close as I'm going to get. First thing then is to go and get the tractor. I'll bring it in, back it up to that, hook it up, and then we'll get it out the long grass, away from the bees, and work out which, if any of the pipes is leaking, and see if I can fix it. Right, got the tractor running, just outside. It's always a bit of a palaver getting the tractor hooked up to the digger, so I thought I'd film it, why not? And of course today I've got the added tension of a very active beehive. And already just with me walking past the beehive on the short grass, they're noticing me, which is worrying. I'm going to come down here as far away as I can from them and hope for the best. But if you see me leap off the tractor and run into the distance, you'll know why. One of the great things about this digger is that it's powered by its own hydraulic pump. So there's a pump which I'm about to fit onto the PTO, the power takeoff, coming from the tractor, and that pump operates all these hydraulics here. The tractor has its own hydraulic pump, but on my tractor, because it's so old, that's a very feeble pump. It's only really there to lift up the 3-point engine and put it down, and maybe operate the tipper ram on a tipper trailer, something like that. On modern tractors they have much more, much higher flow hydraulic pumps on them that can directly operate a digger. Yeah, the first thing I've got to do then is lengthen this link here, and to do that I'm going to need to plug in the PTO. Do that first. Now I've fitted the pump to the PTO, I've plugged it in there and I've tied it on, chained it on, but the pump itself can't spin around. Now I can fire up the pump. When the pump's running, I can change the length of this link here and get that one in. Now the digger is securely attached to the tractor and the tractor is powering the digger. They are now one unit. What I'm going to do now is fold up the digger and yes, we'll see if there's a leaky pipe. I think it was one of these ones, I can't really remember. Yes, I should have fixed it before I parked it out, but I'm a busy chap. Good, we've identified the leak. I've folded up into its transport position and I'll be able to hopefully reverse it back out of the way away from the bees. Well, that's part one. Oh, so far so good. I've temporarily parked here where the dumper normally lives, because just over there, you make out there, you can't really make out of that, it's a bit overgrown, but somewhere in the foliage is loads and loads of hydraulic pipes that we extracted from the telecoms truck when we dismantled that. So I'm hoping that somewhere in there will be a pipe that will replace that one that's clearly ruptured on the digger. I'm wondering if I've come back and slewed round with the digger at some point and shut the pipe between this mast and maybe the leg or something, I don't know. Anyway, it needs sorting. So it comes off of this ram up there, and then it goes up into the valve block here, which is where all the controls are, at the top of this block, right up there. So not a massively long pipe. Right then. Right, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to undo the pipe next to the one that I want to undo, just so I can get access. Yeah, I'm disinclined to bring the camera in for a better view. It's probably going to get messy, this. That's why I hate hydraulics. It's like plumbing, but with added filth and much higher pressures. That's that line off. So I need to undo this one. There we go. This one's in the way, so I'm going to slack off that one to get to that one next. The real question is, will I remember to do it up again? Okay, that's giving me a couple of mil plate. Should be enough to get this one. Oh no! Come on, bugger. There we go. Right, that's it there. And this is best case scenario, I'm not even lying underneath anything. This is actually pretty good access, really. Yeah, I could have a lot more to moan about. Oh. There we go. I need a new pipe that long. In this jungle are many pipes. Call that a possible. Now it would be very nice if it had a 90-degree turn at the end, like these ones do. The broken one had one of those. What else we got in? So these are all from that telecoms truck from the DAF that donated its engine to the sill. So that's got an elbow. Small. Yeah, that's the thing. That's business thing. I mean, in fairness, I could just go and get a pipe made up. They're not that expensive, and there's a really good place not that far away. Ooh. Whoa! Look at that! Bloody hell! That's exactly the right length. And these ends look very similar. Crikey! Spoke of luck. If that fits, we're back in business. Yeah, I think that's worth a shot. They do look similar. But before I do anything else, I'm going to take this over to the workshop. I'm going to use an airline and clean out the inside. There's probably some little weevils living in there. I think this time I got on the top there. Cool. Good, that's the new pipe installed. So I've just got to put back the return pipe. So I'd take this one off just for access. Right, ended. That was a very lucky find. It must look like I just planted it there, but well, in a sense I did with all the other ones a year or two ago. Yes, I fully expected to have to make up a replacement pipe from two other pipes, which is what I did last time. There's one up there. But to find one that just fitted, exactly the right length, with the right fittings already on it, well, I'll take that. Excellent. Right. Next then, all done down here. I can now take it up to the workshop and get on with the job that I need to actually use the lifting equipment for. Good. All set to go. You'll be able to see now why I've got a huge lump of concrete on the front of the tractor. Imagine that is pivoting just behind the back axle, effectively. went well. Apart from forgetting the speedo cable. But, so I can lift it, but it's such an awkward weight. I wouldn't really have wanted to lift that and manoeuvre myself across the chassis and then down again. So that might have seemed like an extraordinary effort to go and get the tractor, hook it up to the digger, sort out the pipe, do all that effort just to lift off the bulkhead. And it might have been if that had been the only job. But I actually want to use the digger and the crane, well the digger as a crane, to lift off the rear tub. Because again, the rear tub isn't that heavy either, but it is incredibly awkward on your own to lift that. If I didn't have lifting gear, I'd probably jack it up and drag the Land Rover out, or I could get the Land Rover out into the open space here and just flip the tub off sideways. So there's options, but I think it's easier just to pick it up, so that's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'll see you later. Cheers.